How did you start Smokin Oak Pizza?
I'm Matt Mongoven, co-founder of Smokin Oak Wood-Fired Pizza, and my business partner and I, her name is Linda. She actually started the first wood-fired pizza restaurant in Minnesota. Fast casual, artisan style. What was really important to her was fast, fresh, and that we were getting out a quality product at a really fair price. So she started that back in 2009. Fast forward to 2015, I had been living in the UK. I came back and we said, let's go into business together. Well, do we grow pie or do we franchise? And we just realized what she built with pie was so incredible and so replicatable that it was ripe for the franchise model. Spent a year developing the franchise system and opened up our first location in 2017 in Iowa, actually. And we are getting ready to open up our 8th location in Missouri in June. Had some good growth. Smokin Oak, we're really about great food at a great price in a great environment. What underpins all of that is fantastic service. And we feel that if we can get all of those things right, we have a great advantage because there are so many restaurants, unfortunately, that are not getting one of those 4 things right. We feel if we can get all those things right every single time, we have a clear advantage.
Tell me about the environment in the restaurant. I know it's pretty lively from what I've seen.
It is. Well, one of the great experiences of going to Smokin Oak is our self-pour taproom system. You go up to the cashier, you're going to order your food. We give you an RFID enabled bracelet. We start a tab, and then we have 30 to 45 taps on the wall depending on the location. We have wine, we have mixed cocktails, and we have craft and domestic beer. So customer just taps the sensor, they pour their own drink, and that really elevated the fast casual experience for us. What we found was fast casual pizza was a pretty crowded market when we entered it back in 2016, 2017. So by the time 2020 came around, we realized we had to break out from the competition. And so there is no fast casual pizza franchise with the self-pour taproom system. And so we really have a nice corner of the market that we're really enjoying playing in right now. So fantastic margins on cocktails and beer, but very, very low labor because the customer's pouring their own drink. So we spend the first couple of months when a restaurant is open really teaching the guests how to pour a drink. And what's really cool is to watch a guest teach another guest how to use the system.
It's your own virality.
Exactly. So we can kind of stand back and just watch that happen. It's a really cool vibe and a really cool experience in one of our restaurants.
That's awesome. What are some of the lessons that you've learned as you've been growing throughout the franchise system?
Don't try to start a franchise during a pandemic. That's
for next time.
Note for next time. So we were on a really good growth trajectory in 2020 when COVID hit. So we really had to pivot, all about protecting the existing franchise restaurants that we had opened and those that were already in development and kind of like too late to stop them from opening. Franchise sales really slowed down because who wanted to buy a restaurant when people weren't going to restaurants?
Yep.
A big lesson for us was how do we as an organization and with our franchisees change quickly and adapt to whatever problem is thrown our way. And actually COVID for us, I think, was a blessing because we were able to take a step back and look at the system in a very different way. And franchising is a system. It's actually a system of systems, right? And we could take a step back and really refine the model. Looked at our entire operations. We looked at how we delivered food to our guests, how we do online and curbside pickup, and just be available to the guest where they want to be. And that was a big learning for us. We didn't have third-party delivery before COVID. We didn't have curbside pickup. It really did change our model, but now those are channels that are very much expected. It's been a huge help for us from a growth perspective.
It feels like it almost gave you a temporary pause on some of the crises that always just happen whenever you're running a restaurant.
When you're running a franchise and you are working with the owners, you're deep inside the business. What we were allowed to do during that time was take a step back and really look at the model from a very different perspective. How do we want to grow as the franchisors, and how do we want to work with the franchisees? And how do the franchisees deliver a great experience to the guests in a very difficult climate? It also allowed us to really determine what type of franchise owners work well within our system.
It's almost like an ideal customer profile that you always hear tech companies come out and talk about.
It is. So, when you're a small franchisor, it's very, you're trying to grow. Sometimes you bring the wrong franchisee into the system. So we learned some lessons on that. So we quickly developed a profile of what type of franchisee does well in our system. More importantly, which ones don't. Those that really put customer first and are really focused on managing their team and building morale within their team are the ones that we really feel are really great franchisees.
You know, you started getting into the digital marketing side for Smokin Oak Pizza a few years ago. When you did that, like a lot of restaurateurs, you kind of go on a bit of a digital marketing journey. Like, tell me about kind of like when it started and what you focused on and what you learned along that way.
So digital marketing was really how we started marketing the franchise to consumers. At the beginning, it was very simple. Put a post up on Facebook and we just hope that someone saw it. Quickly realized that probably wasn't the most efficient way of doing something. Our marketing plan is really, it's a mix of digital, it's a mix of grassroots, it's a mix of local media. But for digital, what we learned really quickly was we had to become very smart. We worked with a couple of different agencies around Facebook marketing, Instagram, paid ads on Google, also just trying to become much more efficient with how we spend the marketing dollars to reach the right person that we're trying to reach. I'm not trying to reach the person that doesn't have the income to go out for dinner. We're trying to reach the person that does have some money in their pocket, wants to treat their family out to a nice evening. We know that we can provide that great experience at a really fair price. We take great pride in the fact that one of our ethos is that we know that people work really hard for their money, and we're really grateful when they spend it with us. We are marketing to the families who are certainly today making sure that where they're spending their money is right for them. And we're targeting those that are 25 to 34 who may have some more expendable income and really want the experience of the taproom wall. Everyone likes pizza. It's pretty hard to find someone that doesn't. It's funny, people ask me, well, what's your customer profile? I'm like, do they eat pizza? The teenagers all the way to my mom.
So as you think about marketing to the right person, you were working with agencies first, and then you moved into targetable. How did you discover targetable, and what have those products kind of meant to the business?
Actually, one of our franchise owners brought targetable to us and made the introduction. He had been on a webinar. Someone had mentioned targetable and was talking about the future of digital marketing and strategy. In my conversations with this franchisee, he knew that we were looking to make a change in how we did digital marketing. So arranged, for that meeting, and was really just kind of blown away by the platform. What I really liked was it really focused on the key areas that we focus on: Facebook, Instagram, Google, paid ads, and making sure, again, that we're maximizing our budget. But what I've also been really, really impressed with is the team. There are a lot of marketing companies out there, and there are several digital marketing platforms out there. But when I hop on a call with Targetable and say, here's my business issue, here's what I'm trying to achieve, what do I do? The team hops into a great conversation. And sometimes, the technicalities of it go way above my head. When we boil it down, we come up with a plan that is great for the business and great for our franchisees. As we moved in from third party to first party ordering, one of the things that we were really focusing on was how do we educate people that first party ordering exists? Because everyone is so used to going to the DoorDash app, the Uber Eats app, the Grubhub app. Well, go to Smokin Oak Pizza, hit order now, select delivery, and it's actually a much better experience. It's a lower cost structure for the guest, and that's what we're really focusing on now: is how do we get more of our guests to go with first party ordering.
Since Chowly has gotten involved, you talked about kind of the experience, with the targetable team. How's your experience been with Chowly, whether it be through the third party, first party, or even how we've kind of worked with targetable?
So we started with Chowly actually with the core platform. Someone is making a purchase on the DoorDash app, and we wanted that to go to our kitchen instead of going to a tablet where two things happen. It takes time for the cashier to punch that in to the POS, and mistakes are going to happen. When we did the core platform, that for us was a game changer in how we're efficient in the kitchen. When we learned about Chowly rolling out first party ordering back in 2023, it was really interesting to me for a couple of reasons. I'm a big data geek. I love to have information at my fingertips and know what's going on with my customers and with my franchise owners. One of the things I've really been passionate about is customer marketing and customer communication. We now get access to emails from first-party ordering, which we never got with third-party, and we also have access to the phone numbers as well because we do run text messaging campaigns. I feel like I'm now closer to my customers because of the first-party platform that Chowly has.
And how's it been working with the Chowly team?
They've been fantastic. We were onboarding 7 different locations fairly quickly. It's tough to onboard franchise owners because they have hectic schedules, very different personalities, varying levels of technology prowess. Really getting everyone to focus on here's what we need to do and here's the benefit of it. The Chowly team was really able to boil that down into actually it's really simple. I just need you to do this, 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 and then we'll be up and running. What I always like to do with our franchise owners is try to make something that might be big and complicated seem like not a big deal. Let's boil it down to the most simple steps. The Chowly team has been fantastic with that. If we run into an issue, I know the Chowly team is there and they're going to back it up with some great work. Part of what I really value whenever I work with any partner of ours is the relationship that we build. And I really feel like business is just set on relationships. And if I have a great relationship with a company, then for me, that's a milestone marker for us.
The biggest compliment that we can get is being called a partner, not a vendor, not software, a partner.
And we think of Chowly as a partner because we wouldn't trust just anyone with our customers. When you're a franchise across multiple states, you need a partner that is going to be working with you and is going to tackle any kind of issues that come up. I really feel like we have just a great relationship with Chowly. Looking forward to what's next.
Opening up some more stores. Get you some more data.
Give me some more data and let's open up some more stores.
Yeah, all right.